When God fights for you. Psalm 35 is a cry from a man that is under attack, misunderstood, and surrounded by enemies. It is a prayer from the book of Psalm written by David, and it reveals something deep about how he responds when life becomes unfair. David began with a bold request by saying, "Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me." This is not just a poetry. This is a man handing his battle over to God. There are moments in life when you cannot defend yourself properly. People may accuse you falsely, misunderstand your intentions, or even repay your good for evil. Like David said in the book of Psalm, that he helped people in their times of need, yet they turn against him. That is painful and it is real. But instead of taking revenge, he turned to God. And that is the first lesson from the book of Psalm chapter 35. Let God handle your battles. You cannot win by yourself. King David did not deny the pain. He expressed it. He described how his enemy laid traps for him without cause. But he refused to fight using their methods. Instead, he prayed. He asked God to rise, to take hold of shield and buckler, to stand up for his help. In other words, David was saying, "Lord, step into this situation as my defender." And this is powerful because it reminds us that God is not passive when his people are in trouble. God sees injustice. God hears silent cries. And God knows the truth even when people twist it. The second lesson is this: God is not blind to injustice. There may be times when it looks like evil is winning. Lies may spread faster than the truth. Those who do wrong may seem to prosper, but Psalm 35 shows us that God keeps records, and in his time, he will respond. David prayed that those who sought his hurt would be ashamed and brought to confusion, not out of bitterness, but out of desire for divine justice. And then something interesting happened in that same book of Psalm chapter 35. Despite everything, David says, "My soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation." This is deep because nothing has changed yet. The enemies were still there. The problem had not disappeared, but David's choose joy. And this brings us to the third lesson. Your praise should not wait for your victory. David praised God in the middle of the battle, not after. He trusted that God would deliver him even before he saw the evidence. And he ends with a declaration that his tongue will speak of God's righteousness and praise all day long. That is the posture of someone who trusts completely in God. So what does Psalm 35 teach us? It teaches us to pray instead of panic. It teaches us to trust in God instead of taking revenge. And it also teaches us to praise God even when nothing seems to be working. Because when God fights for you, the battle may not be quick, but it will be certain. So today, whatever battle you are facing, whether it is hidden attacks, false accusations, or silent struggles, take it to God. Let him plead your cause. Let him fight for you. And while he is working, keep your heart in praise. Because in the end, those who trust in God will not be put to shame. Thank you.